Welcome to the Geeks Attic. This is a book review of Star Wars Shadowfall. Star Wars Shadowfall is written by New York Times best-selling author Alexander Freed. Now this is book 2 in the Alphabet Squadron trilogy, so let's go ahead and dive into a brief summary. As always, I would like to thank Del Rey for sending out a copy so I may give you an honest review. The Imperial remnants are scattered across the galaxy, still fighting against the newly formed Republic, desperately holding strong to its territories. In this novel, the story focuses primarily in the Cerberon system, over the planet Troith. New Republic forces, including Alphabet Squadron, fight against the Imperials to take hold of the capital. A plan is devised to lure Shadow Wing, the deadly TIE fighter unit, out into the open. Shadow Wing has gone silent since the last major event from Book 1, the battle at Pandem Nye. Once the TIE unit shows itself to Alphabet Squadron and the rest of the New Republic forces, the war over Troith intensifies. Will Alphabet Squadron hold strong and put an end to Shadow Wing? Will Shadow Wing once again commit mass genocide on another innocent planet? Well, you're going to have to read this book and find out some of those answers for yourself. So now let's talk about characters. Obviously, some of the characters from Alphabet Squadron are going to make an appearance in Shadowfall. In my review of Alphabet Squadron, I talked a little bit about Will Lark and Yrica Quell. In this review, I'm going to talk about Soren Keyes and Chastna Chaddock. Up first is Chastna Chaddock. She was inspired by Jyn Erso, a real hero, not a myth or a legend. Now Chas, she's aggressive. She's a little moody. She seems lost, like she doesn't know who she truly is, who she's meant to be or become. She's defiant and doesn't really get along with the others too well. Now she tunes out the others and cranks up music in her cockpit. Her childhood was rough, but the things she's learned from that time period in her life help her through a difficult and somewhat odd event. Up next is Major Soren Keyes. He holds the Empire in disdain after the Operation Cinder. His eyes were opened to just how dark the Emperor truly was. The Empire wasn't a just government with the best interests aimed at protecting and serving the people of the galaxy. It was all about power. His love for the Empire is pretty much dead. His loyalty to Shadow Wing has remained, and his hunger for revenge against Alphabet Squadron is quite fierce. Now, let's go ahead and dive into my overall thoughts. Alexander Freed proves once again that he is an A-list author. Formation of the New Republic isn't easy at all, and I love that we get to see how fierce and powerful the Imperial remnants still are. Of course, they would be. This tale does take place before the Battle of Jakku. The Empire was massive. They took over the entire galaxy. The battle didn't end with Endor, like some military troops might have thought. Too bad for them. Now, you can feel the desperation of the soldiers and pilots. The war isn't over, but the desire for the fighting to stop is great. The tension is so high in this story, emotions the characters go through bleed from the pages. Now, many moments will raise your anxiety and keep you glued to the book. You'll burn through these pages so fast, it's likely to ignite a fire. It's a wonderful, deeper character study for a few of the characters. In the previous novel, they had a more mysterious edge, their backgrounds weren't explored. In this novel, we explore the past of a certain character that helps drive the plot forward in Shadowfall. Now, the story progresses by jumping from one character's perspective to the next. It's quite simple to follow for a war story that has so much going on. Freed is one of those authors that understands character development and how to make each character unique. The dialogue was great. Tension, guilt, surprise, anger, etc. were written so very well. It's war at its worst, diversity at its best. There's a character for everyone in this book. And you know me, I'm honest. I'll tell you if I don't like a book. I'll tell you if I love the book. I was pleasantly surprised by certain outcomes in this story. Guys, seriously, my skin prickled with chills multiple times. Rarely do I audibly react to things that happen in a novel. This book summoned 2 audible gasps and a wide-eyed wow reaction, okay? I was not the biggest fan of Alphabet Squadron. I made that clear in my review of it. This book gave me an appreciation for it. I thoroughly enjoyed this novel. I can't recall finishing a book while having chills and a jaw hanging open from surprise and wonderment. So do I recommend that you pick up and read Star Wars Shadowfall by Alexander Freed? Yes. Now, I wasn't a big fan of Alphabet Squadron, but this book gave me a new appreciation for the story, and I actually really love this book. So, for the rating, I will give this book an A+. I know, it's amazing. If you would like to purchase this book, I have provided a link down in the description box below, so feel free to click on that link and get yourself a copy. And that'll do it for this video. Check me out at TheGeeksAttic.com. Find me across all social media at TheGeeksAttic. Have a good one.